On the prison walls, the dirt sticks. Silence sits between stones, and in this darkness, a body lies on the ground taking its last breath. The beheading of St. John the Baptist is not a story of a miracle. It is a story of a death written by hate and sealed by silence. There is no divine light in this scene, no angel, no miracle coming from above, only an executioner sitting with his knee on a bent man's neck. A girl stands far away, her face glowing, just watching, and an old woman covers her mouth as if she has turned into stone. This is the moment when human cruelty becomes heavier than God's mercy. The painter did not make this scene because he was religious, but because it was the shadow of his own sin. His brush was not dropping colors, it was confessing his crimes, his sins, his broken life. The painting looks silent from outside, but inside it screams. Caravaggio made this painting in 1608. People call him a master painter, but the truth is, he was less a painter and more a walking disaster. In the streets of Rome, he was known not as a legend, but as danger, bar fights, broken bottles, gambling debts, and a rage faster than his brush. In 1606, Caravaggio killed a man, an actual documented murder. From that day, his life became a path of running, hiding, and guilt walking behind him like a shadow. In this escape, he made paintings where the canvas feels like his conscience leaking out. The Calling of St. Matthew, a dark room and sudden light, like even Caravaggio didn't expect that some light was still inside him. Judith beheading Holofernes, Judith's cold focus and Holofernes' last scream. Caravaggio didn't only show violence, he understood it. The entombment of Christ, Christ's body is not divine, it is a dead weight, as if Caravaggio is saying even holy is human and humans break. And then come the two paintings where Caravaggio again and again paints the head of John the Baptist. Salome with the head of John the Baptist, Salome's face almost emotionless, as if she doesn't even know the weight in the bowl is the head of a great prophet. And the second Salome with the head of John the Baptist. This one has sadness, regret, like the artist is carrying his own sin. And then the Malta prison and that painting, the beheading of St. John the Baptist. Caravaggio painted it not for a church, but for his fractured soul. At first look, it feels normal, but the more you look, the more it feels like the painting is breathing, like darkness is its heartbeat. The executioner is bent, the knife stuck in his hand, as if he is also scared of what he has done. John's limp body makes the scene real, not dramatic, just surrender. Salome holds the bowl, but she does not look at the crime. She wants the reward, not the responsibility. And the old woman's face twisted in pure pain. She is the conscience of this scene. Now look at the symbols. Caravaggio doesn't hide symbols. He leaves them in silence. First, the blood. Its shape is not random. It is his signature, his confession. The bowl, a holy object today holding the death of a prophet. Purity becomes a container for violence. The old woman, not a biblical character, but a mirror of us, frozen, shocked, helpless. The courtyard walls, like tired witnesses. The executioner, his shoulders heavy as if he also does not want to do this. But the biggest symbol is the absence of God. No angels, no miracle, just silence. Silence that screams louder than any voice. Now let's see Caravaggio's obsession with the same head. First, Salome, calm, almost emotionless. Her face looks like she wrapped her sin in a fancy cloth and kept it in a corner. Her eyes don't meet the head because looking at it would ruin her victory. Her steady hands show she wanted the reward, not the reason. The painting feels like a ceremony, not a crime. The second Salome, sadness and guilt, a woman who doesn't want to see what she asked for. Here she is older, softer, filled with regret. The head is not a trophy anymore. It is a weight she didn't expect. Her eyes show guilt, confusion, and a tiredness like she is saying, "Yes, I asked for this, but I never thought about it." Caravaggio didn't just show sin, He showed the price of sin. The heads in both paintings look the same. Detail, pain, expression, like Caravaggio was killing the same man again and again, or remembering him again and again. This obsession is not art, it is guilt. And the beheading of St. John is the origin of both. First painting is denial, second is regret, and this one is final confession. In all three paintings, it is the same head, like Caravaggio is confessing his crime. Before Caravaggio, painters made beautiful, perfect, divine scenes. Then Caravaggio came and said, no, God is not always beautiful. He painted truth even when truth was ugly. When this painting was placed in Malta's cathedral, people did not come to see it. They came to absorb it. This is where Baroque was born, not from noise, but brutal honesty. Europe had seen religious beauty, but this was the first time it saw religious brutality. Some priests said it was too violent. Others said it was the truth. Tourists didn't come to admire it. They came to fight it. Modern cinema, Scorsese, Coppola, all are inspired by Caravaggio's darkness. Art historians say, this is the most unsettling moment in Christian art because cruelty never gets old. Caravaggio captured it forever. He once killed a man, and this painting is the echo of that sin. The executioner's bent posture is like Caravaggio himself, and John's unfair death is like the artist punishing himself. He didn't paint a prophet's death, he painted his own soul breaking. And after making these paintings, Caravaggio died alone on a beach, before he found forgiveness, before he found peace, before he forgave himself. In the end, more than blood, silence flows in this painting. Salome's coldness, the executioner's frustration, John's surrender, all create an emptiness louder than any church bell. Caravaggio didn't paint a moment, he froze fear. And beauty, sometimes it doesn't shine, it becomes the sound of breaking. The shadow of his secrets keeps the whole painting wrapped in mystery. And if this story pulled you with it through the darkness, then stay with us. Subscribe, and we'll uncover the next hidden masterpiece, one mystery at a time.